Alright YouTube, what's good, man? It's our day. I'm back with another video, man. My message of the day, man, is you gotta push through this, man. The message of the day is you gotta push through this. You gotta push through this shit, gang. You gotta push through it, bro. It's all a part of the devil's plan to keep you down and to keep you away from fulfilling your ultimate purpose. Like, you gotta push through this because you deserve what's on the other side. You gotta push through this pain because you deserve what's on the other side. You gotta push through this regret. You gotta push through this guilt. You gotta push through the feelings from making a bad choice. You gotta push through this. You can't allow it to keep you down. You can't allow it to keep you slothful. You can't allow it to keep you just stuck. You can't allow it. You have to push through this. I'm making this video because I'm feeling myself staying stuck in the situation that's already done and over with. I'm reliving the same pain every day. I'm reliving the same situations every day. I'm reliving the same emotions every day. And I just was like, man, you gotta push through this. You really have to push through this so that you can get the fruit that's on the other side of this, right? You gotta push through this. Why is it so important to push through this? Whatever that you're going through right now, I'm pretty sure that it's already hard enough that you got to go through what you're going through, or you went through what you're going through. And I don't care if it's a self-inflicted wound or not. I don't care if it was your fault. I don't care if it was just nature working out, or just the universe presenting you unfortunate circumstances. Whatever you're going through, gang, it's already bad enough as it is. It's already bad enough. And whatever you're going through, 9 times out of 10, it probably was a demonic force in your life that presented that situation to you. Because when we go through stuff, a lot of the times God takes us through situations, but then a lot of the time the devil be working. So the devil probably was working already to get you in your situation that you're in. Only person that can pull you out of this misery, to pull you out of this rut, to pull you out of this depression, to pull you out of this oppression that you're experiencing, the only person that can do that for you is going to be your higher power. That's it. But at the end of the day, you are the person that has to be able to understand that this higher power is within me. You are the vessel that is carrying that higher power within you. So you have to be vulnerable enough to look yourself in the mirror and be like, hey, I know I'm going through some things right now. I know I put myself in a bad situation, right? I know the universe has presented me with a bad situation, but I know there is a God within me. I know there's a higher power within me, and I know there's a spirit, a Holy Spirit within me that does not want me to continue walking around depressed, oppressed, and living in my misery. I know that, and I'm aware of that. So with me knowing that, I have to push through this. I have to get up, pick myself up, and push through this, because there is something on the other side of this misery. There is something on the other side of this trial. There's something on the other side of this pain and this tribulation that I have to attain. Right? There's something on the other side of this that I need to attain so that my testimony is valid. Get what I'm saying? There is something there. So I have to push through this. I have to pick myself up. And the thing that is on the other side of this testimony, the thing that's on the other side of this story, the thing that's on the other side of this misery and this tribulation, is testimony number one, but it's something that you deserve. It's something that you've been working towards. Listen, the devil is out here prowling, gang. He really is. And whether you put yourself in this situation or not, I'm pretty sure it was an evil spirit working on you to put yourself in a negative situation, a negative light. You gotta really get right with God right now and talk to God and ask Him to remove that spirit off of you so that you can fight through this. You gotta push through this, because when you get what's on the other side of this, you're gonna look back at this situation and be like, damn, all glory to God. All glory to God. You're gonna be like, damn, I really had to go through this. I really went through this for this fruit. And you're gonna be so appreciative. Understand, gang, you deserve it. You deserve it. It don't matter how many people you wrong. It don't matter what you did. It don't matter how many times you failed. It don't matter how many days have went by where you felt like you couldn't do it. You deserve it. You done put in the work already. You done put in them hours. You done study the content that you need to study. You done absorb the knowledge that you need to absorb. You done dream the dreams that you needed to dream. You've done everything that you needed to do, but things have been throwing you off because you've been getting distracted. Things have been throwing you off because you had self-doubt. Things have been throwing you off because you kind of was lacking confidence. Things have been throwing you off because you probably don't even believe that you're worthy of whatever this thing is that you desire, or this thing is that you pursuing. So that's why them evil spirits kind of been attacking you. That's why they been on you. That's why they have been making you a victim of your own fleshly desires. That's why they have been deceiving your heart and making you make poor choices and experiencing double-mindedness. That's why. Because the devil knows that, man, you're trying to really do something, you're trying to accomplish something. So he come up on you, he make you make bad choices. So now he knows, okay, he got guilt, he got shame, he got condemnation right now. This will throw him off. I don't have to worry about him achieving the goal that he set out for himself. But no, that's why it's so important that you push through this season right now. That's why it's so important that you push through this humility, you push through this pain, you push through this guilt. That's why it's so important that you push through this, because God knows what's on the other side of this tribulation. God already know what's on the other side of whatever it is that you're going through. You get what I'm saying? The Bible says to keep your mind on God, right? And to focus on things that are true, honorable, and pure, right? At that time you was going through that whatever you was going through, and you made whatever choices that you made, and you got involved in whatever you got involved in, and whatever unforeseen circumstances didn't work out how you imagined they'll work out. 9 times out of 10, your mind just wasn't right, gang, and that's okay, because we all fall victim to evil spirits. We all fall victim to just negative mindsets, and just we all be going through stuff, and we all just sometimes just be in bad places in life. But how are you going to pick yourself up and push through this right now? You got to keep your mind on things that are true, honorable, and pure. Philippians chapter 4, verses 8 through 9. Keep your thoughts continually fixed on all that is authentic, real, honorable, admirable, beautiful, and respectful, pure and holy, merciful and kind. Right now, you got to really, really have mercy on yourself. You got to be kind to yourself. And you got to tell yourself, I have to push through this. I have to push through this. You got to take your mind off of all the negativity that you was indulged in at the point in time. You got to take your mind off of all the bad decisions that you made. You kind of got to take your mind off of all the regret and the shame that you're feeling. You got to, because you got to push through this. The devil wants you to just stay in your head, replaying the same mistakes over and over and over again. The devil wants you to look at the situation from a perspective like, I messed up, oh, this can't be fixed, or I can't recover from this, I can't shake back from this. God don't want you to do that. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 5, it says, we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ, right? And I promise you, I'm not trying to make this all holy, but it's like, this is the only way to get out of this low place that you in. You got to push through it with the power of Christ, because that's the only power that you really have right now, because you so down and you so low, you just shook up. But let God carry you through this situation. You get what I'm saying? The devil wants to trick you out your spot, gang. The devil want to trick you out your spot. That's the bottom line. Whatever you're going through, bro, it's not even the surface level problem. It's not even between you and that person that you lost. It's not between you and that job that you lost. It's not between you and that money that you lost. It's not between you and the opportunity that you lost. It's not between you and the city that you had to leave. Nothing, bro. It's all spiritual. It's all spiritual. And the deeper you stay stuck in your shame, the deeper you stay stuck in the unfortunateness of your circumstances, the farther away you are from God. And if God is the only person who can take you through this, then how are you going to get through this if you don't submit to his word and what he's telling you? You get what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to make this a super, super long, drawn out video. I just really, really want to express the fact that you have to push through this, because you deserve what's on the other side of this. You deserve it. The devil wants you to feel like, just because you messed up, or just because you made mistakes, or just because you wronged some people, or just because, you know what I'm saying, you messed up. He wants you to feel like you don't deserve what's out here for you, but you do. Because whatever it is that you attain after you go through this testimony, you're going to change somebody else's life. And that's how the devil works. He wants you to get so stuck in your head to the point where you give up hope, you give up faith, you give up, and you don't achieve your goal, you don't achieve your purpose. So now, by you not achieving your purpose, your bloodline isn't saved. The person that you're supposed to be affecting overseas from you bestowing your gift, and you getting your gift, and you getting what's on the other side of your trauma, the person that's overseas that's depending on you doing that, now he don't get the blessing that you can instill upon him. Right? Your bloodline don't get it. So now his family is still stuck in chains, in bondage, in poverty. Get what I'm saying? So it's so much bigger than just you right now. And you really gotta have the strength to push through this, King. Like, you gotta have the strength to just be like, I'm not gonna fall victim to my circumstances. I'm not gonna fall victim to my emotions. I'm not gonna fall victim to my past. My past is my past. My mistakes are my mistakes. And my pain is my pain. If I'm grieving somebody, if I wasn't there for somebody like I should have been there for somebody, if I didn't show up how I was supposed to show up, if I wasn't dependable, if I wasn't as trustworthy as I should have been, all of those things, like, it's okay. God gonna forgive you for that, but you gotta be able to forgive yourself, and not only forgive yourself, push through it. Get up every day and show up for yourself. Get up every day and be available to pursue your purpose. Be available for yourself. Show up the right way. Don't show up with a vengeful mindset. Don't show up where it's like, I'm trying to make up for my wrongs. No, just show up and choose to just keep your mind on everything that's true, honorable, and pure. Just keep your mind on righteous things, because you can't go back and change nothing. So there's no point in getting up and trying to make up for what you've done before. Only thing that you can do is just be present in the now and have as much righteousness as possible, and hope that things that have went south, or things that have not turned out the way that you wanted them to, because of the stuff or the mistakes that you made in the past, hope that through your current righteousness and your current purity and your current honorable and your rejuvenated mindset, hope that the things of the past can be rejuvenated, renewed, and restored through the new person that you're creating. But none of this is even possible without you getting up and pushing through this. You have to push through it. Push through this, bro. Push through this, sis. Push through it. If you don't push through it, then the devil wins, and you can't let him win. I know you hurting. I know you missing him. I know you feeling that regret. I know you going through everything that you're going through. Sometimes I feel like my videos be redundant and repetitive, but bro, it's what I'm going through in this real life. So you either get with it or you're not. It is what it is. But you gotta push through it. Do not let the devil trick you out of your spot. Isaiah chapter 26, verse 3, it says, He will keep in perfect peace she whose mind is stayed on him because she trusts in him. Right? Man, really trust God with your situation, man. Really, really trust that He is going to cleanse you. He is going to restore you. He is going to, like it says, He's going to keep you in perfect peace. The reason why you feeling so anxious, the reason like anxious on how the situation is going to work out, if you'll get a chance at redemption, the reason why you feeling so just thrown off and your spirit is unsettled, is because you don't have nothing that you're leaning on besides your own understanding and your own mindset, right? But when you start really just like leaning on God and understanding that man, it's a verse that also says God is working everything out like His own will. Romans chapter 8, verse 28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. I'm not saying this like I'm not presenting all these Bible verses and all of these chapters and stuff to say that you were a saint if you messed up or if you did something wrong, or I'm not just putting it out there to try to make it seem like, oh, you're so perfect. No, we all sinners. We all sinners. But what I'm saying is, if you have this wisdom, then you can resist the attacks from the devil, because that's really all this is. It's just the devil attacking your mindset. It's the devil attacking your integrity. It's the devil attacking your character. It's the devil just attacking you. It's them demonic spirits really trying to beat up on you. Because if you done one bad thing, now you're vulnerable to his thoughts, and now you're vulnerable to his accusations. You're vulnerable to what he says about you. So he like, if I get him to do one bad thing, we can beat down right now. Let me try to get him to do another bad thing. Let me try to get him to continue to think bad thoughts. Let me just try to wipe him off of it. Let me wipe him off the face of the earth. So this somebody that I ain't got to worry about. This one of God's children that I don't even have to worry about. You see what I'm saying? If you got the wisdom of the word, you can look at yourself in a different light and just be like, all right, I'm redeemed. I still have to get through the other side of this trial. That's the only way that this trial is going to mean something, not only to me, but to other people out here going through the same thing or going even worse. If I don't get through this, the other person that I may have hurt or affected, they'll never get a chance to see that, damn, he was just he was just going through something. I'm not saying that they'll never forgive you, but You just gotta push through this, bro. You gotta push through this. God was just calling me to just get on camera and say this, man. He was calling, you gotta push through this. You gotta forgive yourself. You gotta have grace. You gotta have mercy. You gotta accept what's already done and get up and really present the best version of yourself to your higher power and to the universe every day so that you can get what you deserve. Don't let the devil trick you out your spot. Don't let him make you think that you aren't deserving of God's grace. You aren't deserving of God's mercy. Don't let him think that you're not deserving of the fruit that he got out here for you, because you still deserve it. It don't matter what you've done, bro. You still deserve a good life. You still deserve a better life. You still deserve a life that's not impoverished. You still deserve a life that's not full of scarcity. You still deserve an abundant life. You feel me? You still deserve to have a light that's illuminated, and other people could look at you and want to be as illuminated and as radiant as you are. You still deserve that. And the only person that can do that for you is yourself. But you gotta let God in. You gotta resist the devil. You gotta resist him. You gotta resist the thoughts that he's trying to implant in your mind. You gotta resist the laziness that he's trying to put on you. You gotta resist the depression that he's putting on you. You gotta resist the anxiety, the oppression. You gotta resist the wrath of him right now, because you vulnerable, man. You vulnerable. You feeling like you did a million and one things wrong, and it's pointless, it's worthless. But nah, before you made that mistake, you was invested in something that was going to change some people's lives. Before you made that mistake, before you fell short, before you didn't show up for that person like you wanted to, before you broke their trust, before anything that happened, you was doing something that could possibly change some people's life or impact somebody's life, even if it was at a small level. So you got to get back on your purpose, and you got to push through it, because you deserve God's grace. You deserve his abundance. You still deserve it. It don't matter who's there now. If you sever a relationship and the person is not there to see it, it don't matter who's there to see it. It don't matter who's there to cheer you on no more. Your tribe is out there waiting on you, gang. Your collective is out there waiting on you, gang. Like, whoever is meant to see and embrace you through what you're doing, they still out there. So one monkey don't stop no show. You feel me? And the devil damn show ain't stopping no show. So just don't let him. You gotta push through this, gang. Get up, find strength. How do you push through it? First, you get up, get up, get up. Go to the gym, work out, read a book, paint, read, get into your creative energy, transfer this energy, transfer this hopelessness into something that presents you with some type of optimism. Transfer your despair into trust. You feel me? Like, I trust that this situation is going to work out for the betterment of myself. I trust that this situation is going to work out for the best. You know, it may not look like it right now. It may look like it's all said and done right now. But like I say in every video, bro, the story is not over. The story is not over with. So push through this game. Do not let the devil trick you out your spot, and just keep showing up every day the best that you can. In the midst of you missing somebody, in the midst of you having to regret everything, just show up and take your power back. Really take your power back. There's nothing that you can do to change the past, but you can really control the future. Feel me? So I can push through this. You deserve what's on the other side of it. You deserve every bit and piece of abundance that's out here waiting for you. And it's all gonna work out. It's all gonna reveal itself to you. It's all gonna unfold. Just don't fall victim to the devil's food. Don't fall victim to the devil's trickery. Don't let him keep implanting these thoughts in your mind. You can miss that person. You can love them. You can have regret. You can have shame. You can feel all of those feelings that you feel, and they're valid. Everything that you brought upon yourself, you can feel bad about it. You can, but just don't let the devil keep that stronghold on your mind. Don't let the devil keep that bondage on your mind. Listen to what God's telling you, because it's all going to work out for the better. Whatever's been blocked out your life, you don't have no control over that no more. You don't have no control over who don't want to be involved with you no more. You don't have no control over none of that. But you have control over this moment. You got control over tomorrow. And you got control of whether or not you're going to let the devil trick you out your spot. And you can't do that. You can't do that. So I've been redundant and I've been pretty repetitive, but it's okay. I hope somebody got the message and just benefited from it. So.